Social Innovation Summit, thank you guys so much for allowing me to come to you today, give you my perspective, give you my heart. As we know, 2020 looks a lot different than any year that we've ever lived on Earth. It looks a lot different for the entire world. The epidemic that we are now facing, not only as a country, but as the entire world, has completely shifted the culture of what we are accustomed to, what we're used to, and a lot of people are having to adapt to situations that are unfamiliar to them. The response is a piece that was birthed out of just seeing where the world was at. It's a piece that was birthed out of seeing all the despair, seeing all the apprehension, all the fear that everybody was going through. And the response is almost a call to action, a call for hope, to say that humanity has seen such dark times, but we still come out on top, to say that we as people have struggled in the past before, but we still have the opportunity and we still have the grit, we still have the courage to go forward. So that is the response, and this is my response. The stadiums are empty, so quiet. You could hear the dust cheer for the wind running through the turf, so silent. You could hear the vermin's heartbeat. They are all wondering, where did all the music go? The stampede of human feet thundering to fill the seats, the parade of bodies vibrating and swaying in unison, the clamor of applause and amens. This land has become no man's, and the meekest of God's creations are wondering why the sound of humanity has become so barren. In response to COVID-19, the thing that's made a mockery of our culture, the thing that's taken more than just a few days off the school calendar, 19, let me explain something to you. Let me tell you about the people you're trying to control, about the lives you've both taken and put on hold. Do you know whose blood is on your hands? Do you know that there's a man praying tonight that his mother still has a pulse in the morning, hoping that her eyes open back wide, blossom like lotus, hoping that her skin still craves the touch of sunlight, hoping that her voice box hasn't forgotten the hurricane hymns of faith that have carried her through valleys of death and made her to stand on mountaintops. That's why she ain't afraid of the drop, because she's been here before, just like her ancestors before. Don't you know humanity has seen the Black Death and lived, the smallpox, the SARS. We done been through it all, and we still here. And now here you are, trying to abolish the air in our lungs, trying to eclipse the sun, because you know joy comes in the morning, just like we know that this is a storm that will pass like others before it, and you know it. So what do? You take away the concerts and weddings, the graduations and gatherings, and you replace them with fear, stole our cheer, smeared terror over truth so that our path becomes unclear. But we already fought for this decade, and 2020 still be our year. The doctors are still healing, the pastors are still praying, the artists are still creating, because we know what resilience sounds like, a fight between fear and faith. It takes a rebellious type of hope to stand in peace while chaos wars all around us. We are not as shaken as they made us appear, because there's still an expectation of miracles in the air. So we dare to breathe, dare to wear bravery like a blazer. We've been through fire before, in places dry and thirsty, treading on top of coals while still walking in mercy. See, we've been here before. So even though you closed some doors, emptied some arenas, and taken us out of our zone, it doesn't mean that we've misplaced our backbone. And though we stand apart on the streets, when it comes to the heartbeat, we be on the same link. Truth is the worst thing about you. It's not the statistics. It's not the body count. It's not the quarantine laws. The worst thing about you is the fear you cause. Fear that snaps like bear traps and locked jaws. You got us locked down for now, but not for long. We still got another song to sing, another painting to paint, another dance to dance, another poem to spit. We might be split, but we're not disengaged. There's always another chapter, another page, but in this next act, you can't hold a place on our stages. So in response to the spread of fear, we'll make courage contagious. Humanity has a habit of being knocked down only to rise up again, so we'll all stand, because no matter how many times we fall, we're still in God's hands.